Hello! If you haven't been here before, my name's COFY, and welcome to COFY Studios. I have something I want to talk about today, and that's the fact that I am technically Blizzard's new target audience. For WoW, specifically. And I really want to talk about this. For some context to why, I left WoW to play FF14 back in 2021. I had joined WoW in BFA in order to get ready for Shadowlands. I was actually really excited for Shadowlands. I know, it's, in hindsight, it's kind of hard to see why. But it's true. I was excited. I never had the chance to play WoW as a kid. I wanted to check it out when I became an adult because I had money now. I could pay for the subscription that I couldn't when I was a child. And I could now experience this game that had a lot of hype around it. When growing up, I always heard about how cool WoW was and how much people loved it. I remember the experience. I remember all these people playing it. And I didn't really have the chance, but I always looked at it as this kind of mystical experience, like the greatest game ever made. When Classic was released, which would have been a good time to check it out, I wasn't really playing MMOs. I wasn't in that scene. I was in college, didn't have a lot of time, and what time I did have to play games, I played competitive Fortnite on an old channel, competed in tournaments, all that sort of stuff. But I very casually consumed Classic content. Streamers like Asmongold or even people like Tim the Tatman playing through WoW Classic, and I kind of got to experience WoW secondhand. It was not a perfect way to experience it, as I already knew a lot of the stuff and I'd seen some of the Lich King raids over the years and all that stuff when it eventually got to Wrath recently. So I knew a lot of what was going on, but it was cool to see people experience this game that everybody really loved. So after seeing those videos, I decided to jump into Shadowlands. It was being pitched with the stat squish as a reset, a chance for new players. I was like, this is my moment. This is my moment. I can finally check out WoW and experience this game that people have always thought was so cool. You can imagine my disappointment when I found out, oh hey, game's pretty bad right now. I was playing BFA and I was like, oh well, everybody hates BFA, but it'll get better. Right? It has to get better. Right? Long story short, I made a rogue, started doing Torghast, played Subtlety, took the little time I had while I was in college to grind for my gear in Torghast, only to about a week or so later, I don't remember what the exact patch was or what exactly happened, but I remember basically I went for a conduit something, I don't remember even what they called it, but it was something to make my attacks do more damage. They reset it, and I had to grind for a new one. And Blizzard's response was just, oh yeah, well, you just gotta grind again, man. I wasn't having it. I was pretty pissed off at the time. I was not happy. I was very much not happy about that. And I think rightfully so. I was mad. I worked really hard for this thing with the little amount of time I had, paying my subscription to this game, for it to just what? Screw me over? It was very disappointing. Like, come on, Blizzard, don't do this to me. I was very mad. And I wanted to experience an MMO and have that community experience really badly. I thought it would be fun. A way to kind of clear my head, especially with COVID and being stuck inside all the time. And I wanted this experience. I wanted it to be a new chance for me to experience, I don't know how to say it, a fresh new community, meet new people, make new memories, even if it is in a digital world. I think that counts. And then all the controversy started to come around about Blizzard, about the bad workplace, and it just made me wonder, why am I paying a sub to a game I don't like that's being made by a shitty company that's doing shitty things? And that's not to call out the devs. I know the devs at Blizzard work really, really hard. But eventually the money goes up the chain, and I couldn't justify it anymore in my mind. And so I decided, maybe MMOs just aren't for me. Maybe this experience I wanted doesn't exist. Until I moved on to FF14. It's really fun, and I've recently started playing a lot more in anticipation for Dawntrail. Been gearing up for Savage, excited to experience the new fights. It's a fun time. FF14 gave me a few things that WoW didn't. One of which was a respect for my time. When I raid an FF or do PvP or anything, it's a grind, sure, because you want to have stuff that other people don't have in the game. But I didn't feel like my time was being wasted. I felt like it was respected, It was a grind, but not too much. Unlike in WoW, where I blatantly felt like I got disrespected, that my time in Torghast didn't matter. And that's not even to talk about the bad game balance that was all over the game. I mean, goodness gracious, your Covenant abilities were like everything. What if I wanted to be, you know, a different Covenant? What if I wanted to be with Maldraxxus, but, you know, I gotta go with Kyrian? I think it was Kyrian, right? I don't remember. I think it was Kyrian. But I have to go with Kyrian because that's what's good for Rogue. Like, that sucks. I hate that. And I want to be careful with how I say this next point, but the community also felt very toxic. And that's not to say, you know, I played Valorant, and I used to play League of Legends. I'm sober from League. But I hated that when I played WoW, there was a toxicity that wasn't just competitive toxicity. I don't think there's actually too much wrong with a little bit of toxicity that comes from a competitive nature of a game. But I felt the toxicity of the player base was upset with the game, and that anger seeped into player communication and interaction, and they took their anger at the game out on other players. That's not fun. I could tell it wasn't personal, it's just some guy behind a keyboard pissed off. But I don't know, it's disappointing to see the community so mad that they just start fighting with themselves within the game they're mad at. I just couldn't take it anymore and I left. But with BlizzCon today, and rumors of Classic Plus today, we'll see if this video ages well or not. Hopefully it does. I really think that they have a chance to win people like me back. Win me back. Shadowlands brought me in because of a reset. A chance to experience something I hadn't had before. A chance to play a game that I thought was legendary and that I never had the chance to experience at its peak. Give me a chance to have that again. Win me over. I am your audience. I joined out of hype and I left. And you know why I left. You know the game I left for. Learn from it, as they learned from you when A Realm Reborn was reset. Find a way to win me over. I am your target audience. And I believe they can do it. They just have to commit to it. They have to stop worrying about their player engagement and start worrying about their player satisfaction. Player satisfaction leads to player engagement. If you're happy with the game, you will play the game more. Sure, FF14 has its problems right now. There's a lack of content and all that jazz. But people still play. And the players that have left intend to come back because the base game is fun. It's satisfying. It rewards my time well. If you can make Classic Plus or the next big WoW expansion or any of it reward my time the way they reward my time, you'll gain my respect and therefore you will gain my engagement. It's not the most sane business practice, but it's the way you foster a community. And that's what makes MMOs the most money. Community. Social interaction. Things that make people want to spend the money to be there. Think of your monthly sub as like your citizenship. You want to be a citizen of Eorzea. You want to interact with the other people of Eorzea. You can't do that without that subscription. Make me want to be a citizen of Razaroth. That's really all I got to say. Thank you for your time. Oh, I guess the other thing I'll say is fix Diablo 4, please. I've played so many Diablo games over the years. I love that franchise. Fix it, please. 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 Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I have linked below a few other channels and places you can support me, like a music project where I make drum and bass music. Please check it out and enjoy it if you'd like. And I don't know, leave a comment saying if you think I'm right or if I'm completely off base or if you hate me. I'm fine with the hate. Anyway, take care, everyone. So much love. Hope BlizzCon goes well today for everybody. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!